everybody. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be taking some time tonight to review with you the products that I received from Makselife for the 2022 launch. So we're going to sit back and enjoy and kind of walk through what I got and how I'm using it and why I love it so much. So to start with, I received the quarterly daily planner, and I chose the teal cover for mine. I also got the habit tracker sticky notes as well to kind of take a look at. And then with all the orders this launch season, everyone's gonna get one of these like laminated, or I guess they're little like die cuts, but they are super durable. They're laminated, so they would be perfect to like put on a water bottle or put on a cup or really anything. Christmas ornament, your planner cover. So these are just two of the designs. There's, I want to say four, maybe more. But you'll get one of those with your order if you order this launch season. So be on the lookout for that. So anywho, I received the quarterly daily, and I currently, just to give everyone perspective, I am currently using, pardon the glare, I am using a plum paper daily 6-month for work, and I got it because the Makselife Daily wasn't out yet, and I really wanted to go to daily planning for work, but I wasn't able to fit it into my flagship planner. So I got the daily, and I only got 6 months because I was like, you know what, I'm going to try it for 6 months, see how I like it, and then I can switch to the Makselife Daily. And I figured that gave me enough time to make a decision, make an informed decision. So I've been using this planner since July, and it has worked for me for work, and I really like it. So I'm just going to flip to this Monday. I do have some like stuff in here, like names and things and you know whatnot. So this is just kind of a quick view of this is this Monday. This is kind of what it looked like. So you can see I put my appointments for work here, my to-dos, my priorities, and then I had like extra space. Sometimes I would fill this space, but not always. So I had a lot of like just space and room to work with. And then in the back, in the notes section, let me get to a notes, there we go. I would take notes on different things that I needed to take notes on. So this has been working for me. I also used the calendar in this planner as well to keep track of dates for work. Okay, so this is my work planner. I've been using it. It's been working really well. No real complaints, but I was trying to buy time until the Makselife came out. Then I've also been using my flagship planner. I'm just going to go ahead and flip to a old week. So I've been using this. This is my 3rd year using Makselife. I love it. I will say I kind of hit a snag in the middle of the year. Just life, seasons of life, you know, it changes. But for the most part, I use my monthly page to keep track of bills, and then just kind of, you know, I do the monthly goals, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you kind of what this week started out looking like. I haven't filled in the rest of the week because I've been in my daily all the time, but just to show you kind of a little bit about how this has been working for me. I've been putting tasks, events on the left side, and then my gratitude on the right, and that's kind of a format that's worked for me. Every once in a while, I will peruse and do other things, but for the most part, it's a format that's worked for me. And then in the back, in the notes section, I use the notes section to keep track of things like vacations and home projects. And then I also have my famous book tracker back here that I've been keeping track of all the books that I've been reading this year. I almost said school year because, you know, that's the way my life is these days. So anywho, so that is just kind of a look at what I've been doing and what has been working for me. And, you know, a lot of times people say like, you know, if it isn't broke, don't fix it. And it's not really broke, but I really take to heart what Sierra says about having your planning all in one place. And that's really what I've been wanting to do, is to get work and home together. So I'm carrying around one thing. I don't have a planner at work and a planner at home and all of those things. I want one planner that has everything in it. And when she said that it was going to be an A5, I will be honest, my heart sank. I was like, oh my gosh, how in the heck am I going to now put work and home together in one planner that is smaller than both of the planners that I'm currently using? But I was so surprised. So anywho, so I chose the teal. They come with a Saffiano vegan leather cover. The cover is pretty sturdy. I haven't had any problems with the cover. It is a cover on the front and the back. It has a really nice texture to it. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but it has a really nice texture to it. So it's not like just smooth and just, you know, and I will say, like, one day I think something was in my bag and it made a little indent in the cover, and I was like, oh no, the cover is indented. But that indent, like, totally, like, it was almost like a self-healing mat. It like came out. And then on the inside, you can see it's got, the cover is, the inside has the attached inside piece. So it's put together really, really well. And it's on the spiral. From what I've heard, this spiral works with the A5 covers from like Erin Condren and other planner places. And it does have the strap on it. And the one downfall is this is only 1/4. And so over the course of the year, you're going to have 4 notebooks. And I'm not really a super big fan of 4 notebooks, but I'm thinking of maybe going the insert route. But I do love the portability of this. I love how compact it is, and it's actually really roomy inside. So let's take a deeper look. The cover, again, the inside page looks very much like the flagship planner. And then it has all of the same goal setting that you would find in the flagship planner and in the other planners. So at the beginning of the year, I will go through this whole process and set my goals, do all of my actions. It has these great spaces for you to jot down ideas. And I love that it kind of gives you support in making goals and setting goals and being accountable and achievable goals. But it also provides you with the freedom to be creative and the freedom to be messy if you want. So it has places for annual goals, and you'll see these are streamlined this year. They used to just say like work and learning and a focus, but it is streamlined, has that nice solid banner across the top and a solid circle instead of the scalloped. I love the updates to this, and I really feel like this is still a lot of space. And then you have your annual goals, and then you have your vision board space, and then you get into your tabs. Now, each one of these tabs is blank, and it comes with, let me skip to the back. It comes with these stickers. Hopefully you can see them. I took a picture and put it on my feed that shows there's a sticker for every month here. Actually, there's 2 stickers because you can put one on the front. So hopefully you can see this there. And then you put one on the back. Hopefully you can see that. Yep, there we go. So there are 2 stickers for each month. So you can really do this with any month that you want. Any month. You can start at any point. So I went ahead. I'm like, you know what? I'm not waiting until January. I'm starting now in November because I really wanted to test this out to see how it would work. And guys, I am in love. So anyhow, so here is my updated monthly view. So this has both what I had in my work planner and what I had in my flagship planner. So I have circles here. Those circles are bills. The squares are work meetings. So my big work meetings on here, I can tell right away when I'm looking at my events on my calendar. Circles are home, bills, and the squares are work. On the right side, I put my birthdays, which I've always had up here on the right, and then I put my work dates. So these are dates like that are important for my school system, like dates that are important for my calendar. I went ahead and added in like Thanksgiving break. The colored dots, these are because our related arts calendar at work, I work for a school system. They have color days. So like you have art on a red day and music on a yellow day and so on. But when I am trying to schedule meetings with teachers that fall on that schedule, it's really helpful to know that Wednesday is a red day so that when I'm looking at their schedule, I know what day it is. So that's what those circles are. And this does come undated. So I'll show you one that's undated. It looks just like this. And I went ahead and I used the dates, the date dots that they sell at Makselife. I had these from, I don't know, last time I ordered a set. I didn't really ever use them, but I did use them here and I loved how they turned out. So they come with the dates for the whole entire month, and then they come with these extra circles that you can use on the extra dates that don't have any, that aren't part of that month. And then there's also a few flags at the bottom, and there's even the day of the month name there too that you can use. So these are available for order. I want to say, let me double check. Sorry, $8. They are $8 for the set of 4 sheets for the month. So if you're getting an Undated planner and you want to have these perfect little stickers that match and color coordinate to the flagship colors, then grab the Dated monthly sticker kit. So anywho, so everything that I wanted to do, I have space to do. Like, I'm not sacrificing anything. Okay, so then moving on, monthly goals. I really liked actually that my focus, I felt like I had more space to write my focus here, because I think in the flagship planner, it is side by side. Yeah. So you'll see in the old style, the focus was only half of the space. And now I feel like this is actually more space than I had. I still had plenty of space for my monthly goals. I like that there's not as much space here as in the other, in the 7x9s, because it really makes me focus on what are those important goals. And then moving on, I went ahead and I've been using the habit tracker to kind of track and my new kind of schedule. I did my weekly actions right here for the week. I can actually check off a few other things. I did this today and I'm doing this right now, so I'm checking it off. So here are my weekly actions. You can do all of them. You don't have to do all of them. I know Sierra, says you don't have to focus on everything all at once, but I try really hard to have one action in every category every week, because I think it's important to continue to focus on every aspect, or at least keep it, in the bird's eye view. But then here's the magic. I have to say, I am absolutely in love with this. Like, and I hate to say it, I know we say planner piece is like this unicorn, but you know what? I really think like, this is the unicorn. This is the unicorn. So genius. This week at a glance page gives you so much freedom and flexibility. And I know people don't like the fact that it's undated. I've heard a lot of people say, I don't like the undated. I hate having to write the dates in. I agree with you. I don't like to write the dates in either. But writing the dates in for me is such a small price to pay for the power that is found in this planning system. Getting back to, I did a week at a glance. I've seen lots of different people using this different ways. I used it to kind of write down those big events, like those big things that I can't be late to, or really like, places I need to go, things that are really important, something that's due that day, something I need to remind myself of, and I put them on this page. I've seen people put their meal planning on here. I've seen people put their habit tracker on here. There's so many different ways that you can use this page. And to be honest with you, because it's very streamlined, let me turn to a blank page, a blank one. You could easily put some washi across the top here, and you could totally cover this Monday, the dates up on the sides, and you could use this for whatever you want. You could use this to organize some lists, grocery lists. I mean, there are so many different ways that you could use this page. And it's there for you each and every week. So anywho, now on the daily part, I don't really need a schedule for the evening, because that's kind of what most of my week at a glance stuff is. That's where my evening stuff kind of falls. I really was using this schedule part for my work day. I needed to really schedule out my meetings so I could start to block off time. And so that was kind of why I only put my schedule from 8:30 to 3:30, and I worked till about 4. So this was the perfect amount of space for me to have half an hour increments, which is what I had in my plum paper. And I still had space for my home tasks, which I had in my flagship, and my work tasks, which I had in my plum paper. My priorities, I did 2 for work and 1 for home. My work schedule, which I had in my plum paper, and then I still had space down here for whatever I wanted. So I put my gratitude here. You could do your gratitude over here on your week at a glance page if you want. I even had room to put a doodle. And then in the bottom, there's these 3 boxes. You could use it. I used it for 3 things, like 3 habits. Pardon me. I am still like getting over a cold. You could use this really for whatever you want. So I love that this page, and I'll go to a blank one, has freedom to do whatever you want, but it also gives you just enough structure to get you started. And just enough that you really have space to do whatever it is that you need. So this was my first day using it. And then you can see this is Tuesday and Wednesday. I have, again, home tasks, work tasks, priorities, my schedule for work. Now you'll see this is a little different over here because I had to do some delivery. So I had some mileage I needed to keep track of for work. I was keeping my mileage on a separate page in my planner. There was a monthly page that kind of came with the plum planner. So that's where I was keeping my mileage. But I went ahead and just used the doc right here. So at the end of the month, I'll just flip through, grab all the mileage, and then put it on my spreadsheet, and I'm good to go. I still had room for my gratitude, and this time I put my evening event here that I had. Yesterday, again, home, work, priority, schedule. Evening, I had a doodle again and a gratitude box. And then today, here's today. And then tomorrow, I'm starting to work on getting everything up and done. I still have to do my gratitude tonight, but you can see, like, I still have lots of space to use when I'm in here. And then I have to say, I love the fact that because I have that weekly actions page, this is something I don't have in the plum planner, because I have that weekly actions page at the beginning of every week, Saturday and Sunday are always side by side. I mean, that for me is huge, because these are my 2 days off. And I know I have a pretty normal schedule Monday through Friday. I work for a school system. That's just the name of the game. And that may not be the same for you and your work schedule. But for me, this is such a gold nugget. Like, this is awesome that they're side by side. And I can really say, okay, Saturday, Sunday, what am I going to do? And I just have tasks down. I don't know how I'm going to use this schedule. I might use it for a grocery list. I might use it for, I don't really know. I haven't really gotten there, but I love the fact that they're together and there's a page for each of the days. Some days, my Saturdays and Sundays are dead and there's nothing, and there's not going to be much on these pages. And sometimes they're going to be a little busy. So, and then the week starts over. Again, you have a doc grid for your reflections, then your weekly actions, and you can see I've already started doing a little pre-planning for next week, and I'm doing my colorful circles, courtesy of KDK Plans, and then it repeats. And there are 5 weeks of those daily pages in each of these monthly sections. And then at the back of the monthly section, on the back of the last daily page, is a monthly reflections. Now, if you're really careful, you could take a pair of really sharp scissors like these, and you could easily trim out the pages that you aren't using. If you trim them really carefully right up to the coil, right in that space, you can actually tear them out very carefully, and then you can put them somewhere else in your planner. So you might even be able to get almost an entire extra month out of this if you take the pages that you don't use out and move them. And I think that's an important thing to think of as well. Because it's an undated product, you're getting a little bit of extra for those weeks that are longer. It also lets you like decide, because I always hate how sometimes the month switches over in the previous month and other times the month switches over in the next month. And it always bugs me in my planner. So this way I can choose how I want to do it. I can have it stop here and start here, or finish here, finish there. I get to choose. And then each section starts over. You'll see the dividers have a nice little low profile color, so you can totally use this space in some way as well. And then there's 3 different monthly sections. And then at the back, you have your assessment section, which is your quarterly assessment. And this I actually think is much improved from the current quarterly because it's all in one page. You have your space for your assessment, your space for your scores. So you really have this area to really assess how you're doing currently and what you were at the beginning of the quarter, and then space to like kind of reflect on that. And then behind that, you have the extras. Again, another genius thing that was added in here, because this is a quarter planner, you have 9-month boxes. These boxes can be used however you want. This can be like this month, I'm doing November, December, January. So this would be February, March, April, May, June, July. So I can start jotting in notes for the following month in this planner before I switch over to the next one. And then there are dot grid pages in the back. And I went ahead and I use this section typically for notes in my plum paper. So right now I have book study that I'm participating in called Leading Well Female. Fascinating book. We just started though. I did the introduction last night. So tonight I'm going to finish reading that. But I use this space in my work planner for work related notes. And then I also in my flagship planner, I'll use it for like home projects and things like that. But there's 13 pages back here of dot grid. So this is more than enough for 1 quarter of notes that I'm going to need. And then all the way in the back, you have that same pocket folder that you get in your planner. Obviously it's an A5 size, but this fits in it perfectly. Those stickers fit in it. And I believe, if I heard correctly, let's test it out, the functional sticker book also fits in here. Oh, yes, it does. It does, it does. So those are there. Some other things, let's see. I think I have some. I have some stickers in my collection here. I have some stickers from other places that I use frequently, like Knockout Print Shop. They will also fit in there. So this will hold pretty much like any standard sticker sheets that are, the A5 size or smaller. So you can totally put some stickers back here. You also have the sticker sheet, just like you do in the flagship planner. Obviously, there's a few less stickers here because it's a smaller size. And then you even have the pocket in the back. And again, let's see. I want to say these items are supposed to be able to fit in that back pocket, and they do. So you can totally put the sticker sheet and that sticker book in the back pocket as well. And then it fits perfectly. Perfectly! The other thing is the dot grid notebook does not fit in this back cover, but I did find that if you just sit it in here like this and fold up your planner, you can see it actually fits. Like, it doesn't stick out at all, really. And yeah. So you could totally just slide a dot grid notebook in the back and no one would be the wiser. So, anywho. Yeah, so just some details on this. This is, again, a quarterly, daily, undated planner. It comes in 4 luxe Saffiano vegan leather covers, and it is $58 for one. Now, one thing to keep in mind, this is still on that same 120 GSM bright white recycled paper that you find in their current flagship planners and in all their other products. But it does not include the weekly coaching tips or the stickers. The weekly coaching tips are not included. And the date stickers are not included, but the monthly kit comes to add the monthlies on, to add the little monthlies on the tabs. So it is a big investment to purchase 4 of these. I got the teal cover. There's a blush, a taupe, and then a red that is the Gratitude Heart Red. And I have to be honest with you, I love the colors that Sierra picked. For me, when I looked at those colors, I was like, oh, taupe would be January because it's kind of gray and kind of drabby. And then you would have the blush would be spring. So that would be your second quarter. And then this would be the summer, you know, and the fun pool time. And then that red would be the fall for the changing of the leaves and the colors. But yeah, so that is kind of a little bit of the pricing. So it's $58 per, and because these are undated, they're going to be able to restock them. And I think the thing to keep in mind is right now, we all know that shipping prices have gone up, product prices have gone up, everything is at a premium. And unfortunately, you know, the pricing is higher than it was last year and in previous years. And I think that's just kind of what we're going to see across the board. But I will say, like, you get what you pay for. And when you purchase a Makselife planner, you're not just getting a planner, you're getting an entire lifestyle and an entire coaching system. And I cannot stress that enough. The other product that I got to review is the habit trackers. And these are sticky notes. The paper is, I believe, an 80 GSM, but it's still that bright white and recycled. And so this paper can totally be used. It does not bleed and shadow through much, but it is a different weight than the pages in the planner. So if you're using the Zig Clean Color Dots, and I don't have one handy to test, so the Zig Clean Color Dots that I know a lot of people use, they do fit this perfectly. The only problem is if you press really hard and saturate, you're gonna end up getting that shadow or that bleed through on the other side because they are a lighter weighted paper. So just be careful in how much saturation and pressure you put down on those dark colored markers. Otherwise, you'll be fine. Mild liners are totally fine on it. They do peel off and stick really nicely. I've been very satisfied with the stickiness of it. I will say the corner does come up a little bit, but I find that that is kind of the norm with most. And I feel like the Post-its, there's a trick to like, yeah, that's what it is. If you peel like from left to right, like peel that way versus lifting up this way, then they don't curl up on the corners. I think that's what it is. But there's a trick to it. There is science to it for whatever reason. But they do stick, you know, and you can move them around pretty easily. The sticky stays. It's not like, you know, it's not going to fall off. Like I've had some stickies before. We all know those stickies that don't really stick. So anywho, so some other products that I'm excited about, that marker pouch, can we just say, totally love it. And I have to say, where is my wish list? I have a wish list. Let's take a look at my wish list because that's the way I can talk about. So just talked a little bit about the Lately Undated. Well, not a little bit, a lot. But I have to say, I'm totally in love. I'm in love. I just cannot get over how perfect it is. And guys, can we just talk about how the fact that the lines in this planner match up to the lines in this planner, match up to the lines in the dot grid notebook. It all matches. It's all the same width, height. So seriously. Anywho, so took a look at the teal daily undated, the habit tracker. Tomorrow these will post. Thank you for watching. And then here's kind of a little bit of my wish list. And I'm still kind of thinking through this. I don't know, you know, what bank I'm gonna have to rob between now and the 15th when I can actually order. But I'm still gonna get the flagship horizontal, and I think I'm gonna use it for memory keeping. I have done that off and on in my current flagship on weeks where we went on vacation, and I really liked just having it as a way to like memory keep. And I'm thinking like of journaling. I've been really inspired by Jen's planner life and how she has used her flagship planner as like kind of her, you know, her kind of personal journal. So I'm really thinking about possibly using it. And gosh, that floral cover, like by Jen Pace, totally gets me. So I'm gonna be getting one of those. They run their 7x9 wire O. They have the, they're $76 this year. Absolutely in love. There are 4 different printed art covers that you can pick from. And then I think I'm still debating whether I want to pick up the spiral bound, because I do like the spiral because it kind of holds it all together. And the spiral isn't as like kind of shifty as like a disc bound, which is the other option that I'm considering there. So I'm thinking about going back and forth between ordering the taupe and the blush, which would be my first 2 quarters, or buying 2 sets of inserts for the first 2 quarters. And then when they restock, I will order the rest, just because I want to like leave product for other people. I don't want to like, I know, and there's going to be a total run on product because they sold out so fast last year. And I know Sierra's ordered a lot more, but I feel like it's going to be like madness when the doors open. I also want to pick up some more dot grid notebooks. So this year the dot grid notebook was gray, and I think Sierra said they still have some of these. These dot grid notebooks, I want to say, are $10 each. It's a great price for this. They are lay flat. They have they're a stitched binding. Where's the stitching? There. Oh no, not that one. There you go. You can see the stitching. But it's fabulous. I love it. But this year they have a light teal cover. I can't. I need it. So anywho, so I want to pick up a few more dot grid notebooks because I think they can be used. They can be used for anything. They won't go to waste. I'm going to pick up the Dated monthly sticker kit so that I have that for any of my Undated products. And I really want to get that expandable punch pouch. The Dated monthly sticker kit is $8. The expandable pen pouch, I believe, is $15. I've also been looking at the daily sticky notepad, which is basically like one of these, but on a sticky notepad. So I might grab one of those. That's $10. The bullet washi, guys, if you saw those hearts last night, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Bullet washi is $5.50. It has 3 rolls of 5mm washi. And then the magnetic bookmarks, because I loved those magnetic bookmarks, and I want to say those are $6.50, and you get 2 of them in the pack. So just some launch date reminders. The 15th, which is Monday, Club Moxie can order. That is when ordering starts for Club Moxie. So if you're a Club Moxie member, make sure you're checking your email while all your Club Moxie info has gone. The 16th, which is Tuesday, is VIP list. If you have not already signed up for the VIP list, highly encourage that you do that. Last year they did sell out really quickly, a lot quicker than we expected. I will leave my affiliate link down in the bottom. If you want to use it, I would love it. I would appreciate it. And otherwise, grab another affiliate link from another planner friend who is inspiring you. And also on the 17th, that is when the shop goes live to everyone. Don't forget that they do have apparel. There is just so much coming to Makselife this year, and I am here for it. So anywho, so from my daily planner, that is my planner piece, to yours. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this review. I'm absolutely smitten with this planner. Like, I really think that Sierra has totally knocked it out of the park coming out of the gate with this daily planner, and it is exactly what I need and what I want. And I cannot begin to tell you how much I love this planner. I have been a firm believer in the system, and I definitely think it works. But there's just so much thought that has gone into it, that you really can see how much thought and intentionality went into everything, every part of this design and construction, and I am just so impressed, and I was totally a skeptic. I was like, there is no way that everything from 2 7x9s is going to fit in here. But again, as I have said before, it fits, and I still have space. You can still see white space here for things, and I'm even filling space with doodles because that's how much space I have. So anywho, I hope that this helps you to kind of, if you're thinking about the daily, to help you make a decision, or at least gives you a little bit more information about the daily planner and about the products coming to Makselife this launch season that I have seen and reviewed. And I hope that if you are planning on joining the Makselife community for the first time, that you really enjoy everything that you purchase and enjoy joining our community and spending time with us this year as we start the new year. And I will be sharing more as the year gets started of my setup for the year and how I'm going to just use my final decision, whether I go with this or whether I go with the inserts. I'll be sharing more about that as we get closer to 2022. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, no one wins when you play small. That's my Sierra friendism. And I hope everybody has a great afternoon, evening, morning, and I will see you all on lunch day. Bye.